Hi everyone, welcome to the 7th class of the beginner series. The props you should have with you today are 2 blankets, 2 blocks, and a strap. Okay, so let's get to it. Go on and have a seat on your blankets. Roll the corners of the shoulders back to lift the chest. And at the same time, feel the weight in the 2 buttock bones. Bring the hands together and close the eyes. And we'll begin with the sound of Om. Release the head down towards the chest. Release the hands with the palms up. Then bring the head up with closed eyes. And gently open the eyes. Come on up to standing. Bring the feet together and stand in Tadasana. Shoulders descending away from the ears. Lift through the knees so the thighs are back as the buttock descends downward. And bring the palms together for Badanguliasana. Interlock the fingers and lift up. Breathe into the side body, in and out through the nose. Lengthen and elongate. And then arms down and change the crossing of your hands. And other side. Lift up. Lengthen. Thighs back. Buttock descends to the heels. And catch the lift of prana from within. And then release the arms. Tadasana once again. Then jump the feet apart. Inhale. Jump. Utthita Hasta Padmasana. Feet under the hands. Turn the legs to your right. Parsvahasta Padmasana. Drive the left heel bone down. Lift and broaden the chest. Now exhale for triangle pose out over your right leg. Utthita Trikonasana. Bear weight in the left heel. Left thigh back. And also bear weight into the mound of your right big toe. So the outer right hip hugs beneath you. Lengthen the frontal spine. Breathe. Keep the legs strong. Then inhale, lift from the left arm. Come up and change sides. So you'll find that not a whole lot changes from class to class in this series, but little bits change here and there. So you just look for those little bits. Come on out over the left leg, but practicing these standing poses. Drive the right heel down so that right top thigh, that goes back, even as the buttock descends to that right heel. Practicing these standing poses over and over really helps to condition the body to sort of catch yoga, to catch the lift in the body. Press into the mound of your left big toe. So both legs are strong, buttock flowing downwards so the length comes into the frontal body. Then inhale, lift from the right arm, come up, turn the feet forward. And with your exhale, jump. Tadasana. Now we're going to do that once again. Inhale, jump. If you feel like you need a brick under your right hand, just have it. It's absolutely fine. Drive the left heel down, broaden across the chest. Now, bring your hands to your waist. Take just a moment as you look forward. Feel that left heel bone planted down, left thigh back, but also press into the mound of the right big toe and observe how that changes your right hip joint altogether. Now with your exhale, lengthen the whole right side waist all the way through the right side to the armpit and come on to grabbing the ankle or putting your hand on the brick. Now there tends to be weight that falls into that front leg now. So instead of just being heavy on this front leg, bear weight in the left heel again and bear weight in the mound of your right big toe. Observe how the outer hip's firm, which takes the mid-buttock tailbone in, or in my case, through the body and towards the camera, right? And then that's the point that you can lengthen the spine. And I talk about the frontal spine. So you want to think about deep in my body from the pubis to the chest. That bony part of the spine, the front of it lengthens. So the shoulders roll back and the neck is more free. So then as you press the left heel, the body begins to flow to the left and your gaze can then also begin to flow to the left. Don't crank the neck, but rather press the left heel and feel how you can catch that turn from inside. Reach the left arm up, inhale, come all the way up. So when you start to bring in the gaze and the turn of the head, hands to the waist, understand that that comes from your back foot more than anywhere. It does not come from your neck, okay? That's what gives you a neck ache. So right heel down, right thigh back, bear weight in the mound of your left big toe. And you should feel that this region, the frontal groins, outer groins, change, they firm. Now make that left front groin deep, but keep the right heel down. So you maintain some weight over there in the right leg. It doesn't just all fall into your left leg. So that when you come down and both legs are active, they still share the weight, even though the body is out here over your left leg. Now, press the right heel, roll the right shoulder back, and observe how the right thigh moves back and the organic body begins to flow and turn from the abdomen to the ribs to the chest towards the right. And then the gaze can follow. Then charge the right arm straight up. Inhale, lift from that arm and come standing. Turn the feet forward. And exhale, jump. Tadasana. Now, Urdhva Namaskarasana. So, Namaskar is this, right? So when you bring your hands together at the chest, feel that the base of your thumb, this bone here, touches this part of your ribs where they come together with your sternum. The xiphoid process is what that's called. So feel that this part of your hand sort of embeds in that area. And then at the same time, when the hands are together, keep your fingers together. It's not this. In fact, if you do that, you know, kind of like jazz hands. When your fingers spread like that, just do that for a second. How do your hands feel? Don't they feel pretty tense or fiery or energetic? That's a type of energy we call rajasic. It's very fiery, it's very aggressive, can be very excitable. There's good qualities and bad qualities about these things, but rajasic. But then if you don't have your fingers together and your hands go kind of, it'd be like these arms. The hands are kind of limp and they're not really doing anything. We call that tamasic. So it's very lazy, lethargic. But there's sort of this perfect balance. And that is when your fingers come together and press each other evenly. Same thing, you know, when we're out here, you want these very, what we call sattvic hands. It's just a sattvic quality. So this rajasic, fiery, energetic quality, or this tamasic, lazy, lethargic quality, are usually the two qualities we deal with in our life all day long, right? Either you're kind of aggressive and kind of fiery and I'm going to go do this, or you just kind of don't feel like it. But you know, the key is always finding that sort of middle ground, smooth, steady, concentrated attention. And feel how that is a quality you can bring into your body. When you bring your fingers together, the thumbs don't have to be together. But there's a smoothness from where the hand touches the other hand. And that comes right into your chest. So it's this sattvic quality of the hands. And feel that the entire rim of the heel of the hand and also the inner hand is all trying to be nice and even and aware and awake, but steady. So bring that into your Tadasana. So this is Namaskarasana, like we might put the hands here and people say Namaskar, right? Namaskarasana. Now we're going to try and keep that same touch, that same quality in the hands as you reach them up overhead. They're well in front of me right now, and that's fine. And I'm turning this outer upper arm forward in order to create width here in my upper shoulder blades, okay? And start to take the arms up like that. Now, as you do, drive the heels down so the buttock is down. Pull up and away from the waist and work to bring those arms directly overhead. So your head will get kind of in the way, right? But that's okay. You can still see how now my arms are directly overhead. Namaskarasana. Okay, so when that happens, you can have the arms right in front of your face. If it's too much here on your neck, you bring them a little forward. But the idea is to get this turn in your upper arm as opposed to, you know, this sort of thing. This is incorrect and it'll cause a grip and a pain in the shoulders in time. So you want to keep that upper arm turning, turning, turning as you reach up. And then, you know, as the shoulders and the arms get more freedom, it has to do with length. The head might come forward and help you to get more and more length. But the shoulder blades you see are in. They're pressing into my back, buttock to the heels. But, you know, you don't have to go to that point here. This is perfectly fine. Okay. Now come back to Tadasana. Now, we're going to bring that idea into the next pose, Utthita Parsvakonasana. Inhale, jump. Now, again, you can have your bricks and put them on medium behind your feet if you like. Turn your legs to the right. Bring your hands to your waist again now. Keep the left heel down. Bend the right leg to a square. And bring the right hand behind your leg. You can be on fingertips or hand on the brick. Roll the right leg into the right arm and press the left heel down so the legs share the weight. When you press that left heel and the left thigh goes back, observe how the organic body begins to turn and flow towards the ceiling. Then reach that left arm and pull up with the left arm as you press the left heel, encouraging the turn of the chest more and more towards the ceiling. Okay, now inhale, lift from the right arm, come up. So that's just the preliminary pose. We're doing it a second time, but let's go to the second side first. Hands to the waist, right thigh back. Bend the left leg. And I know you've done this pose before. We're just refining. Keep that right thigh back. Bring your left hand down. Roll the left leg into the left arm as you press the right heel down. Stand in both heels. Roll the right shoulder back so that as that right thigh goes back, The organic body begins to flow towards the ceiling. Right arm up, pull up with that arm, stand in both heels. So it's easier to get the head to turn. It's not like I'd want your body here and your head to be cranking up and no, that would be very incorrect. You got to use the feet, the legs, the tailbone being in, and then, it all starts to happen from this part of the body. Now inhale, lift from that right arm, come up, turn the feet forward. And with your exhale, jump. Okay. Now, Tadasana. Urdhva Namaskarasana again. So put your concentration, your awareness in your hands and the evenness of this whole palm touching the other whole palm. Nice and even, heels down, buttock down. Pull up nice and even. Now, bifurcate, divide the body from the waist. Buttock going down, right? Side ribs lifting up with that palm evenly pressing the other palm. And observe how the triceps, that's my outer upper arms, roll in the direction of my face. Neither one crosses my face, right? They're just right there on either side of my face. Yours should be too. Even if the arms are forward, that's fine. Now, Tadasana. Now we're going to do that again with the arms, but one at a time in Parsvakonasana. Inhale, jump. Go to the right. Now, we start where we left off. Press into both heels. Now, turn your left palm, turn that whole upper arm and pull up. Now, the upper arm's starting to turn towards my head, but my head and my chest are turning to the ceiling. Lengthen that left arm out of your waist, buttock to the left heel, and take it overhead. You see, it never crosses my face. That's incorrect, but it just turns and reaches. Now press the left heel down, inhale, come all the way up. So it's like one arm of Urdhva Namaskarasana. Go to the second side. So reach up, press that right heel, reach up. Stand in the two heels. Now, turn the right palm, pull way up, so you get that turn in the tricep. Exhale, reach that arm overhead, and lengthen and divide the body from the right waist. Inhale, lift from the right arm, come up. Inhale, and with your exhale, jump. Tadasana. Virabhadrasana 1, preparation. So what I mean by preparation is we're still not to the full pose yet. Go wide with the arms and then hands to your waist. But I really want to encourage you, even if you know the full pose, to practice with it in the preparations for a while. There's a lot to come of that. So that back heel's down, so you get the lift of the inner leg, buttock down. Turn your chest to the right. Squeeze the left inner upper knee to straight, but feel that the buttock still is working to go down. Shoulders back, lift the chest, inhale. And exhale, bend the right leg to a square. Weight in the right heel now. Turn the chest again to the right. Keep that inner upper left knee to straight. Hug the outer right hip in. It will help the bend coming in. So just like that last pose when you pressed your knee back into your arm, imagine you're pressing this front knee into another arm or something stable there at the outer knee. Feel how that helps to turn your chest. Then inhale, straighten that leg. Turn the body to the center. Other side. So outer right heel down, buttock down. Observe how that helps the abdomen lift even as you turn your chest to the left. Inner upper right knee squeezes to straight. Turn the chest. Exhale, bend the left leg. Now feel, the left knee kind of hits to your left and it helps you turn the chest more to the left. Keep that inner upper right knee very, very straight as you breathe here for a few moments. Then inhale, straighten that leg. Turn your feet forward. Jump. Tadasana. Again. Make sure the feet are wide, under your hands. Turn. Bend. Turn. Breathe. Inhale, lift the leg to straight. Come to center. Change sides. Exhale, bend. Roll the left knee to the left. Turn the chest. Inner upper right knee squeezes to straight. Breathe. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Turn forward, arms wide. Jump. Tadasana. Okay, Virabhadrasana 2. So warrior 2 pose. Now again, feel the buttock descends to the heels and the toes spread, the mounds of the foot spread. Tailbone in, chest lifted. Turn the legs to your right. Now left heel down, left thigh back. Reach with that left arm, like the left arm's growing out there to the left, and flow the inner right leg to the inner right knee and bend. Now, stand in the left heel, roll the right knee back as if there were the arm there to catch it, then broaden your chest. Keep that left arm reaching. And exhale, turn the head and look out over your right fingertips. Now look at the hand. Does it seem rajasic? Does it seem tamasic? Or does it seem sattvic? Steady and controlled. Pull with the left arm, straighten the right leg. Turn the feet forward. Change sides. So pull with that right arm, press with the right heel as if you're tethered towards the wall there at your right. Keep that right arm, right leg, bend the left leg, flowing the inner leg to the inner knee. And then hit that knee back, but press your right heel down. So both heels are down, tailbone in, chest lifted. Exhale, turn the chest and look out over the left fingertips. See that the whole hand is steady and extended. Awake, but not stressed or strained. Now pull with the right arm, come to standing. Turn the feet forward. Exhale, jump. Tadasana. Now this is where I want you to have 2 bricks. So you're going to take the 2 bricks and put them over on the right-hand side of your mat on tall. Okay, we'll move them around probably as we go, but for now that's good. Tadasana. We're taking Parsvottanasana, and we're deepening the pose a little bit today. So inhale, jump. Bring the hands to the waist and roll the shoulders back to lift the chest. Turn your legs to the right. And same as before, right? Drive the left heel down, turn the chest so the inner upper left knee squeezes to straight. Now the way we've been working with this pose is heel down, back heel down, lift the chest, and lengthen the frontal body forward. Outer right hip firms in, and you pull the chest forward of your mat, keeping the left heel down. Now today, what we're gonna do, hands to the bricks, put them right under your shoulders. Press the left heel down, press the fingertips down, and pull the frontal body forward as your upper arms turn out. It's like your chest is going out beyond your mat. Now keep all that stability in your legs. You see, I'm not relying on my hands, and see about bringing the hands a little lower. And see about bringing your blocks a little lower. Can still you pull your chest forward? You see how my upper back is in. It's what they would call concave. You can be on your fingertips or you can come down. You can go lower or you can get rid of the blocks, as long as your chest pulls forward and that upper back moves in. Then hands on your waist, inhale, come up and turn the feet forward. Change sides. Okay, so second side, jump. Hands to the waist, roll the shoulders back. Turn yourself to the left. Turn and lift the chest. Inhale, and with your exhale, keep that back heel down. Buttock descended, chest forward. Then get those blocks, touch down. Be on your fingertips first so you can really concave the upper back, pull the chest forward. Keep the mound of your left big toe pressing so the outer left hip is in, and then find out, can you go down to the palm of the hand and pull the chest? Maybe you flip the bricks. Don't go beyond where it works for you, because remember, you should practice this for a little while anyway before even moving on to the next class. But you want that upper back to move in while the back heel is down. So there's a real sense of the frontal body going forward beyond your mat. Then hands to the waist, inhale, come up. Turn the legs forward and jump. Tadasana. Now you can just set the bricks aside. Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, jump. So this time, the feet are wide. Heels down, spread the mounds of the foot. Hands to the waist, roll the shoulders back. So similar, like that pose we just did, right? Lift the chest. And really, Parsvottanasana, what we just did, we're doing just like we have advanced this pose. Heels down, chest forward, and then we've taken the hands to the floor. Now concave upper back, just like before. Heels down, lift through the inner ankles as you pull the chest forward. Maybe the palm of your hand comes down. If you can keep that upper back concave, then that's fine. Lengthen through the side body, breathe into the side body. Feel the weight shift from just being in your heels to coming also into the mounds of the foot. And when you bear weight also into the mounds of the foot, observe how the side ribs can move forward more. Then hands to the waist, inhale, come on, up. Heel toe, step or jump, Tadasana. Now we're going to come down onto the ground. Have a seat and be in Swastikasana, the pose we began with. Feet under the knees, cross at the center of the shin bones, but be on the ground this time, right? No blankets. Now, there are exceptions. If you just really can't get upright, if your knees are lifted, then you need blankets. Sit on them. It's absolutely fine. The feet would be on the floor, the blankets would be under your hips. But if you can be upright like this without something under your hips, with your knees relaxed and not pained, of course, then you should be. Hands by your sides, roll the shoulders back. Now, for just an instant, you're going to lift the buttock and sort of flow the flesh of your buttock towards the back of your knees. But then roll the shoulders back so you get lift here in this portion of your chest. Now, once you get that, bring your hands to rest on your legs. You can even take your fingertips just right here in front of your knees and pull a little so you feel the upper arm bone turns out, even as the outer hips and buttock descend down. And observe the abdomen. Relax the abdomen. Breathe into the side body as the crown of the head ascends upward. Then bring the palms together, maintaining the same shape in your body. The hands come together. Okay. Interlock your fingers and press your palms forward. When we're seated, we call this Parvatasana. Squeeze the upper arms to straight, and now inhale, lift up. Again, pull up out of the waist, but feel the outer groins and the buttock descends. Neck soft, turn those upper arms forward. And then release the arms and change the crossing of your hands. Second side, come on up. And then arms forward and down. Now still, the outer groins stay down. The buttock stays down, fingertips forward. And just like in those standing poses that we did with the bricks, right, to the sides, Parsvottanasana, and the last standing pose we did, Prasarita Padottanasana, same thing here. When your fingertips go down, turn the upper arms out and roll the side ribs, chest forward. Right? So in those standing poses, we say, oh, the upper back's concave. Well, it's similar here. You want to feel that the upper back moves in, doesn't just round back. Right? And when that happens, observe the abdomen, let it relax. Keeping the outer hips down, you can start to deepen the work. But, find out what's right for you. The chest should still be broad and drawing forward, not rounded and trying to get your head down, right? Instead, lengthen through the side body and just find out, where are you today? If you want to put the head down, you can take a brick and just put your forehead down on that brick. That's fine. Maybe even the medium's height, right? But again, don't be tempted to get the upper back to be super rounded, because you lose that that pranic quality of length inside. Breathe in and out through the nose. Let your legs relax. And then inhale, come up. Change the crossing of your legs. So straighten them and change the crossing. And then do all those things you did before, right? Shoulders back. You can hold the front of the knees, so you really feel this difference in the chest lifting and the buttock descending. Maintain that, hands together, Parvatasana. So observe how this Parvatasana teaches you to get this length in the frontal body. Right? And then change. Get that length in the frontal body. Neck soft. But certainly the upper back is in. Bring the hands down, fingers forward, upper back's in. Relax the abdomen, relax and release through the lower back, and start to bring yourself in a little bit deeper. Breathe. Don't be in a rush. Just because you stop and pause in one place doesn't mean you'll necessarily stay there. I'm giving you a little bit of time. So again, just kind of take your time. Keep the arms straight. As soon as the elbows come down, you see there's sort of this tamasic thing that happens, sort of this little laziness in the chest. And I'm not asking you to be rigid about it, but be steady. And then walk the hands in and come on up. Then stretch the legs out for Dandasana. Again, now hands down, flow the buttock to your heels, push the heels away. Then spread the mound of the foot and lift through the side ribs to the chest. Hands at your sides, turn the upper arms out. Now again, if you have a hard time straightening your legs and keeping your chest lifted, you may just need a blanket under your hips. Just take it, no big deal. Feel the heel of the hand press down and turn that upper arm out. so that you begin to feel the lift in your chest, beneath the collarbones and behind the sternum. Then relax, bend the knees and lie yourself back. Lie yourself back for supine Tadasana. So first, head and shoulders on the ground, heels down and away so you get that length in your lumbar spine. Slide one heel forward, keep the buttock going that way. Then the other heel forward, feel the buttocks going towards your heels. Then spread the mounds of the foot. Lift the chest. You can even turn your arms out. Front thighs descend towards the back thighs, towards the ground. Keep the left leg there. Hug your right leg in. Keep the left leg working as if it were trying to descend to the floor. And then change sides. Hug your left leg in, push through the right heel, spread the mound of that foot. So this thigh descends. If I were there with you, I'd put my hands there and press that thigh down. Now then, take a strap, hug both legs in. Oh, relax the abdomen. Feel the back waist spreads wide. Soften the groins. And then take that strap, hook it around your feet just above your heels, and put your elbows on the ground. Feel how it can help you turn your arms out. You'll let the strap slide in your hands as you push the heels up to the ceiling. Now, remember, we were just sitting in this position a moment ago in Dandasana. So flow the buttock to the heels like you did a moment ago. Spread the mounds of the foot and feel how the front thigh presses to the back thigh. Press the elbows down and turn the upper arms out as the upper arms press into the floor. Observe how then the chest lifts here beneath the collarbones and from behind the sternum. Abdomen relaxed. Breathe. Then hug the legs in again. Turn onto your side and get a brick. So we're taking our Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. We've done this before. We did this in the last class. So beware. You can hold the sides of your mat, bend the legs, heels down, and pull the hands towards the sides to turn the upper arm out more. Heels down, press those heels and roll the buttock to the back of your knees. Then push the heels down so the tailbone lifts straight up to the ceiling. Now you're going to take your brick, turn it on low. Keep the buttock flowing away from you as you set your hips down on the brick. Pull with your hands, turn the upper arms out, inner heels down. Now observe the abdomen, observe the groins, observe the lift in your chest. Push through the right heel to straighten the right leg, then push through the left heel to straighten the left leg, buttock to the heels. Spread the mounds of the foot to lift the kneecaps and to descend the front thighs to the back thighs. Observe how that work in your legs, you see, lifts the chest. So you find that lift behind the sternum and beneath the collarbones. Be there and breathe. Observe how the heels press into the ground to move the tailbone in towards the ceiling. Without that press of the heels down, if they're only pushing forward, you won't get that. So you should feel how the heels kind of broaden against the ground And it feels like the tailbone's trying to lift off that brick. Relax your head. Don't push the head into the ground, so the neck's just relaxed, okay? And then bend one leg and then the other. Heels down, hips up. Remove the brick. Lengthen the buttock as you come down. Then turn onto your right hand side and come up. So now we're just going to sit in swastikasana again. Mostly just to release your back. So just now, by the way, when you come forward, I'm not too worried about how we taught it before. Now let yourself just kind of relax. Arms can come down. Because we're not so much trying to learn the energetics of the pose. Now we're using this pose just to relax the back from what you just did. So just let it be comfortable and soothing. And by the way, if you don't reach that brick, you can always just stack bricks, right? So use your props however you need. Come up, change the crossing of your legs. Second side, rest down. Breathe and breathe into the back body. Observe how the exhale can help the legs surrender more. And then push the floor away. Come on up. Let's lie back for Shavasana. So final resting pose. So arrange yourself well. Turn the arms out. Make sure there's room for your arms to your sides. Don't run into your props. Move them because they'll distract you. Straighten the legs in the same way as you did before, but then let the legs relax, close the eyes. So basically, you want to really set the body up well so that it doesn't disturb your brain, right? So you don't start feeling aches and pains or feeling like, oh, I'm touching something or one arm's higher than the other because it's on a blanket or, So you're nice and even. And then Shavasana, just like the quality in your hands we were talking about before, you don't want to have just a tamasic Shavasana, a lethargic Shavasana where you're just falling to sleep. And that doesn't mean falling asleep is bad. I mean, you're resting, it's fine. But you also don't want to be, obviously, rigid in Shavasana or the Rajasic activity in a pose like final resting pose would be a busy brain, right? That kind of just waiting for it to be over with. And I'll tell you, sometimes that comes from how you've positioned yourself. And I think I've talked about that before. If your chin is really lifted like this, your brain will just want to get out of the pose. It can't wait until it's over. So be sure when you lie back, you kind of grab the occipital ridge, that base of your skull, and pull back. So the chin is in. So the forehead flows down towards the chin. It keeps the eyes soft. And let Shavasana be not just sleepy time, but observation. Observation of your breath, particularly your exhale. Observation of the quality in your body as you release and let go. So in other words, find out if your eyes grip, if your jaw's tight, if your shoulders are hiked up to your ears, if your hands are clenched, if your feet are dancing around. It's all sorts of stuff. If your abdomen's gripped, just kind of look around in the body and find out what could be more at ease. What could relax further? And then that is finding this sattvic state of mind in Shavasana. The mind's still busy. You're giving it a task. It's looking around in your body. So it sort of tames that rajasic desire to think about what's for dinner or whatever. And it also tames that lethargic desire of, I'm just going to take a nap. Although sometimes that desire overpowers. Anything can overpower, but the idea is be in that place of observation, not in a judgmental way. There's nothing wrong. You don't do it wrong, right? But more in a curious way. What happens when I observe my shoulders, my arms, my hands? What happens when I observe the weight in my hips or in my calves or my heels? What happens when I observe that place of quiet at the bottom of the exhale? Surrender and let go there for just a few more moments. And then bring the hands to rest on the frontal body. Bend the left leg, reach your right arm overhead. And just use that right arm kind of like a pillow as you turn yourself onto the right hand side. Then turn your chest towards the floor. Use the left hand, push the floor away. And come on back up. And that's all for today. Namaskar. See you next time.